This video is a little overdue, but here it is. Everything I have planned for the War Within. Well, Season 1 anyway. Let's start by answering the #1 question I get asked all the time. Will I continue the challenge series in the War Within? Absolutely. This is something I get asked quite often, and I've spoken about it quite a lot during live streams. I'll continue the series, but I have other projects I'm working on, so this will come a little later in the season. I've not decided on the role or the spec just yet, but I've got a handful in mind. You'll just have to wait and see. Will the community raids continue? Yes, 100%. However, they won't happen straight away. I'll start these once I feel like I'm ready. I'll be raiding 2 days per week, which we'll talk about next. So I'll probably have an ult ready for these raids. They'll very likely be Saturday evenings after stream, around 8 PM server time. This will allow the community to interact and play with me, where you'll have my full attention instead of me just spending most of my time interacting with Twitch chat and pretty much ignoring everything else. This is open to absolutely everyone, so don't worry about experience, but we will set a minimum item level, though I'm not quite sure what that is just yet. During these raids, we may remove members in order to make progress. We may have underperforming members in terms of output or mechanics, which is absolutely fine by the way, and we totally understand. So please don't be discouraged by this or take it personally. We'll do everything we can to help with anything you might be struggling with. And underperforming doesn't mean you won't be taken to another raid. That has absolutely no impact. Everyone is welcome. The Mythic Raiding Guild. Alright, so as mentioned, I'll be raiding 2 days per week with the Loot Goblins. This is the community guild on Argent Dawn, and although I am the GM, I won't be running the raiding side of things. This will be run by the wonderful Tenny and a team of officers to ensure everything's run properly. Our roster is nearly full, but if you are interested in joining the team, please send Tenny a message on Discord or leave something in the raid channel. In terms of days, times and goals for the guild, we'll be raiding every Wednesday and Thursday from 8 PM till 11 PM server time. We aim to be more relaxed but still dedicated and focused when it comes to raiding. Our goal is to clear as much on Mythic as we can, but we may not clear the entire raid at that difficulty. So if that's your goal, this isn't the guild for you. We'll go as far as we can, and when we feel like we've hit that progression wall, we'll make a group decision and decide where to go from there. We could continue, we could reduce to 1 day, alt raids, achievements. We're open to any suggestions from the entire team. Personally for me, my days of grinding a raid boss for hundreds of pulls are done. I really can't be asked with that anymore. I could change my mind in the future, but for now, I have no interest. So again, if anyone's interested or you'd like more information, you can send Tenny a message on Discord or leave something in the raid channel. The new streaming schedule. I've changed my schedule recently, and you can now watch me live every Wednesday from 10 AM till 2 PM UK time. I'll be opening vaults and doing anything I want to get done, to be honest. I could do my weeklies, leveling characters, working on professions, Mythic Plus, pretty much anything I decide on the day. I'll be live every Friday evening from 6 PM till 10 PM UK time. I'll likely be running some Mythic Plus on Fridays, but I'm unsure what the focus will be on. I could push for score, I could play with a dedicated group, play with the guild, or I could open it up to the community. I quite like the idea of doing keys with the raiding team, but we'll see what I decide. Saturdays will remain the community day, completely dedicated to you guys, where we'll be running keys together from 12 PM to roughly 4 PM UK time. I may extend these until 6 PM, but that's something I'll decide on the day. If I've got nothing to work on, I may go live on a random day, but again, we'll see. What will I main in the War Within? Well, I guess I've kept you guys waiting long enough, right? This is a tough one. Nah, it's really not, is it? You all know what I'm gonna play. At least to start with anyway. Of course, it is the Ret Paladin. I know, big shock. That said, I've actually had my eye on quite a few specs that I won't discuss today, but I've also not had enough time to actually test them either, so yeah, I'll be continuing on the Paladin for now, but that could change in the future. And hey, if I fall in love with something else before Season 1 begins, who knows? I will be leveling everything, so don't get too excited if you see me online playing a certain class or spec. I'll be leveling everything regardless, like I usually do. In terms of ults, I'll be completely honest, I have no idea. I still need to test a lot of specs. I've learnt so much about myself as a person and a player in the past year, with my mental health, the ADHD and autism, and some of the specs I've been forced to play by you guys because of the challenge series. Thanks for that, stupid and hot shaman. It's opened my eyes to a few things, and I have something in mind. But I don't want to share this idea just yet because it might not happen. I need some more time, and when and if I feel like I'm ready, we'll talk about it. But man, I'm excited. My goals for the season. This includes a lot of Mythic Plus. I started my Mythic Plus journey in Dragonflight Season 1. I really struggled at the beginning, but I've come such a long way. The The start to Season 3 was incredible. KSM and half my portals in the first week, 3k during week 3, and I was just under 3.3k when we got to week 6. Unfortunately, that was the same week my dad passed away, and I've not really pushed for score since. I spent the rest of Season 3 and most of Season 4 just chilling, as my mental health had been pretty low. It was much needed, but man, I've missed pushing with the team, and I'm super hungry to push even further than I've ever gone before. Now, I can't sit here and say 3.3 or 3.5k is the goal for Season 1 because Mythic Plus has drastically changed. I have no idea what the balancing and the newer fixes could mean for score and key level, so it's impossible to set a goal based on score. I'm just going to push as far as I can go and compare myself to the spec rankings on server, region and world. I don't have many other goals as I've struggled to maintain the expectations I set for myself for Season 4 of Dragonflight. I had far too much going on, I couldn't commit to the 3k challenges and I failed. So I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself going into the War Within. That said, I would like to experience both tanking and healing a bit more, especially with recent changes making both roles harder than before. Now, ideally these would be on the Paladin as I'd be gearing the Paladin anyway, but if I don't enjoy tanking or healing on the Paladin, I'll try and find something more suitable. I'd like to have those available for community streams in case we're lacking a specific role. Plus, I think you'd all enjoy and get a kick out of watching me play a different role from time to time and watching me suffer. I enjoy other people's pain too, I know how it is. My account on NA. Yep, that's right. I bet a lot of you didn't know I had an NA account. I've not had it for long to be fair, but I will be looking to play some NA from time to time. Now, I obviously won't be as active on NA as I am on EU, but I may dedicate some days and streams to NA every now and then. No specific NA plans and no idea what I'll be playing. My UI and WeakAuras. Now, I'm slowly putting everything together and I will be making a video soon going over it all. As it stands, I've just updated everything, so it should all work. However, with pre-patch and expansion release, things will probably break and need updating, so please be patient with the updates. The Bastion sound pack for Dungeon WeakAuras should be available for Season 1. If I can get it out sooner, I will. I'll cover everything in more detail in the video, when I get round to making it. And that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. There's a few other things and some stuff going on in the background, but nothing I can share today. Don't forget to follow me over on Twitch and all of my other platforms, all links can be found below. Good luck to everyone for the expansion release, and I hope you all achieve your goals for Season 1. And I'll see you in stream, right? You're gonna be there, right? I need more viewers.